Alright gang, welcome back to our playthrough on Elmcreek. You can see I've done a pretty decent job of playing reverse Jenga, or maybe Tetris, however you want to call it, of stacking a bunch of strawberries on top of each other. A lot higher than they should be, honestly. But strawberries are dropping, and they're not going to be good until January again, so I would like to just sell them now. Since we have that opportunity to do so. I keep hitting the wrong button for enable strath, so let's go ahead and do that. We want the strath on this. We're going to harvest the wheat today. The reason why we're going to harvest the wheat today is because the wheat is not going to be good for a very long time, and it is dropping. Now, the soybeans are best next month, and they are raising right now still. So, I think it makes sense for us to go ahead and do the wheat field today, since it's dropping and will not be good for a long, long time, and won't be able to hold on to it. Unless, of course, we just take it to the train yard, which I guess we could do that, but I'm digressing from my point here. So we're going to do this one and then do the soybeans in the next episode, because they should be the best time to sell them in the next episode. So that's kind of the goal we have here. Now, we don't need any more straw. We don't need any more manure, I should say. We have plenty of manure. I think it's going to be enough for a while. We can get more straw from that field down there, I believe, as well. If we need more later on. But since we don't need it, what we're going to do is just take the straw and sell it directly. It's a little bit more money to sell the straw directly versus selling it as manure. Maybe potentially put a placeable down for the straw, but I don't think there's anything that's a reasonable price. That's kind of the problem we have with this specific series, at least the first map of this specific series. So, yeah. We'll just see. We'll see how things go, I guess. So we're going to go around the headland here, and then we will throw this on a worker, and then when that occurs, we'll probably unload the harvester almost immediately. I would assume it's going to either be full or very close to full, because we're already at 44%. And then when that's done, we'll go ahead and take the strawberries over and sell them. I'm assuming it's probably going to be the same location we've been selling them at. But we'll see. The strawberries will give us a little bit of money. Won't be a ton. But probably $6,000 to $9,000, I would think. Give or take. There's a lot of strawberries on there. That's a lot of strawberries. We had a ton in storage, and I think it was getting to a point where it wasn't going to be able to hold anymore, so we needed to get rid of them anyway. Actually, now that I had said that, that might not be... It might not have a storage limit on the foil one, I forget. I know some greenhouses do have a storage limit of being able to hold a certain number of strawberries. But I don't know if the foil one does. I think it might not, actually. So I guess I could have held on to them, and we could make a little more money. But strawberries really don't fluctuate that much anyway, and that's a shit ton of strawberries. Excuse my French. But we just need to get rid of them and sell them. So we also probably need to throw some more water in that foil greenhouse. Probably should have did that in the last episode. Probably should have sold the strawberries in the last episode, honestly, because they were dropping in the last episode as well. So we're probably going to get a little less in this one versus what we would have got in the last one. But again, strawberries really don't fluctuate as far as their prices that much. So it's only like $100 or $200 difference. It's really not a significant amount. So yeah, we're pretty much going to have a full harvester once we get around here. So we'll have to unload it. This is going to be another episode where we're going to try the best we can to kind of follow what's happening, but the problem is we have to pick up the straw off the ground, which is why this is probably going to be a lot of worker doing the harvesting in this episode. I'm just going to go ahead and do it now because we've got a pretty daggone full load here. I did not want to attach that. This tractor may have a bit of an issue pulling the trailer, but it should be okay with this little crop into it. Now, there is a tractor out there for sale in the used market, but it is $50,000. Our current Massey Ferguson can sell for probably just over $30,000. This one can only sell for like $8,000, I think. So as much as I would like it, it really does go against what we're trying to accomplish here, and getting those other plots of land, so we're probably going to have to hold off on it. I'll show it to you real quick. This one right here. Oh, it's not a Magus version, it's a case, excuse me. The Case Maxim series. 51996. It's a really nice one. Really, truly nice one, but unless we get something crazy out of this payday from the wheat here and the straw, I think we're going to have to wait on that one. Get around down here, and then once we get down here to the end here, we'll go ahead and throw it on a worker. And then we're going to take the strawberries, sell them. We'll come back. We'll start working on picking up the straw off the ground. There's a bit of a lag or a frame rate drop there for some reason in that little section. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's the foil wrapper. I have no idea. Not the foil wrapper. The foil greenhouse, excuse me. I have no idea. But regardless, there is something there. So, all right, we'll throw it on a worker. Let him do his thing, or her do her thing. Pick up the strawberries, go sell them. Let's see, let's try to guess. I always like trying to guess how much we're going to get. Look at all that. Like, that is a massive amount of strawberries. And that little tiny trailer, that's insane. 18,000 strawberries on that little tiny trailer. I did a pretty good job. I think it might be the strawberries. I think there's too many of them here, because I can see everything's kind of rendering bad. So I think it might just be the too many strawberries on this little trailer. It's having issues trying to figure out what's going on. But I think the market is still the best place. But let's just check real quick before we do take it here. Fast food restaurant 753. Actually, the Red Marble Bowling Restaurant 768. Oh wow, that's far away. How far are we talking here? Way up there. All right. Well, we haven't really gone over that way, so let's take a scenic drive here, gang. Well, this sucks. I should have known better, stacking that much on there. I was expecting just to go across the street to the restaurant, and that did not occur. So now we've got a big issue here. Now we're going to have to probably rent something so we can flip this back the right way. This is a disaster. Oh, man. Well, we got the tractor upright, so I guess that's a good thing. But we still have to figure out a way to flip this, and that's not going to be an easy thing to do. I think we're going to have to rent something. Shoot. That really goes against what we were hoping to do here today, wasn't it? Maybe we just rent a forklift. Maybe it won't cost too much, and we can flip it. Oh, gosh, that's expensive. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are those so expensive? Oh, my goodness. 765. It's going to cost us $1,000 just to flip this over. Oh my goodness, you got to be kidding me. Let me see if I can get this flipped over, gang. We're going to have to rent something. I mean, I don't have the kind of super strength you do like in like on PC. So I'm not going to be able to just pick this up and move it. I don't have that option. I'm going to have to rent something, gang. Let me see if I can find the cheapest thing I can get. All right, we might get away here, gang, with just renting just the John Deere without the actual... without the... what do you call it? Why am I blanking right now? Without the, why am I blanking on what they're called right now? Forks. I don't know why I was blanking on forks. Maybe this will work. If it doesn't, oh boy, we're in trouble again if it doesn't. All right, we got it. Holy smokes. Thank you, little John Deere. We saved ourselves probably another $100 by not written anything but that little tiny John Deere. Thank goodness. I dropped the timescale down as well because I didn't know how long this was going to take. I didn't want to waste a bunch of our time. So it sucks we had to waste some money on that. But it is what it is. Alright, be careful the rest of the way, Z. Don't be flying around these corners. Alright, that was totally worth it. $13,858. So, after renting the John Deere, $13,000. That was worth it. This is cool, though. Definitely never been over in this way on the Elmcreek map, so that's cool to check that out. Let's see you back at the farm. Alright, we are back here. Worker's still doing his thing. I had to unload it once, but he's back and ready to roll. We're going to go ahead and hook up to this. We'll start picking up the straw right now as it is. Because we're going to make a bunch of trips with the straw here. One thing we can do that I saw is that if the straw hasn't fully been processed yet, we can dump the straw into our silo there, and then we can immediately dump that back into a trailer, which would, you know, save us a lot of time. But doing that means we have to unload that trailer, right, with all the wheat that we have in there. So a couple things have to work properly for us to be able to do that. We may still do it. You know, it'll make a little bit of manure out of this, but it won't get through all of it. It's a slower process. It's not like the silage thing that we've been utilizing in our 200 horsepower challenge and among other playthroughs as well. Now, we may be able to just sell it at our little sell point that we put down. If it's not, you know, a huge difference in price, we'll just go and take it there, and that will save us a ton of time. We don't have to worry about putting it into the silo. But if it is a pretty significant increase to take it somewhere else, we will do that. So let's take a peek. Let's see where the best place to sell straw is. Ooh, maybe we don't have... Maybe we can't sell it there. It looks like we can't no matter what we do. So we do have to take it somewhere else. 122 is the best price. So we'll start dumping it into the silo for now, and then we'll put it into the trailer when we get a chance. Yes, it's going to make some manure, I understand, but That's really all we can do right now, unless we were to buy another trailer, which I don't really think that's the smart path here. 84%, so we're gonna have to fill this up too. Probably need to switch tractors here pretty soon. This is heavy. It's having an issue with it already. But 13 grand, that's real good for those strawberries. Really good. Just extra income, right? We'll flip that there. Just gonna drive through the barn. Why not? Why not? Kinda knew that was gonna happen, didn't we? I was hoping he was gonna get to the end, but he did not, so. Having a good yield, though. Real good yield. He's still got a lot of the field to go, and he's at, the trailer's at 69%, so real good yield here. But this is our biggest field by far, so. Okay, trailer's full. I'm gonna touch up these little sections here that it missed. Now we're not gonna make a ton of money off this straw, so don't expect a bunch, but like I said, we'll take a peek at straw processing, but I think they're all like 50, 60, 70,000. As you would kind of expect. They're all like a big factory to do it. So, I know I've used one on my main channel before. We flipped everything over here before, a straw processing, and it made me a lot of money, but it cost a lot of money. So that's not a feasibility for it's not feasibility for this series, I should say. One of the other series is absolutely, but not this one. So let's go take this to the train yard. We know that's the best place to sell it, so we may as well go ahead and do it. Might as well take one more check before we do. Selling station Plain 1721 Goldcrest Valley 2003-7. Yeah. You know what? We're not going to. We're going to be doing a lot of traveling already with yeah, let's just sell it here. Why not? We haven't really utilized this that much. Let's just sell it here. It's going to save us a bunch of time, too. It's not going to be that big of a difference. But this, selling all of this wheat and then the straw, it should, in theory, get us to where we can buy that plot of land next door. That's pretty good for a wheat, 22,000. That's pretty good, especially when it's dropping. It's a pretty good price. Let's keep going with the wheat here, or the straw here, I should say. Excuse me. Alright, gang, that is the field harvested. We've got to pick up the straw off the ground. We can go sell that. Pretty good. Pretty good, I think. We will have enough money to buy one of those plots. I'm probably not going to do it today. There's nothing planted in either one of them, and I would prefer to save some money and have them do it to save us a little bit of funds, right? So, and just kind of take the chance and hope that whatever it is they put in there, watch out, lady. Whatever it is they decide to put in there is something we can harvest without having to rent, you know, a header or anything like that. Hopefully, that's the case. But yeah, we got 44,000-ish, give or take a few bucks, from that harvest, from wheat, which doesn't really produce a lot of money. And this is what I'm talking about. See, I can fill this all up with straw here because it hasn't gone through all of it yet. And then I can go and sell it. And it's going to be a lot. We'll get a lot more and save a lot of money by going this route than just taking it from the little loading wagon, right? The loading wagon can't hold 12,880 liters. So, straw. Where do we need to go for straw here? I wish I could put a worker on the straw. 1, 2, 2. That seems to be the best one. But let's see how far that is. Okay, it's way up there. Where is the South Valley biomass? Because it's really not a big difference in change as far as price goes. So if the other one's closer, they're like the same distance. Really doesn't matter which one you go to. So I guess considering that, we might as well take the extra few bucks, right? I know he can't do it, but I'm gonna take a chance and hope maybe the worker will do it. I know he won't. We know he won't. But I know he's gonna get confused and won't do it. Why is it, what is going on here? It just keeps going back to here. Yeah, it won't let me do it. I knew it wasn't going to, but it was worth a shot. Let's go sell some straw, gang, and I'll see you guys when we get to the animal shop. All right, we're pulling up here, gang. It shouldn't be anything too crazy. It's probably 1,200 bucks, right? Give or take a few bucks. It's not going to be a whole lot of money, but it's money that's just going to be wasted sitting on the ground, right? And we have plenty of manure, so we don't need more of that. Oh, a little bit better. 1572. All right. So we'll go back and see if we can fill up another trailer load of straw or not, and we'll continue to do these trips back and forth until we can't fit any more into the trailer. We should have enough to fill up a few times here, gang. There's plenty of straw in here right now, so I'm going to see if I can create a worker to do a job for doing this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not, but I'll see if I can get that going, and then we can continue our progress of filling up straw. Alright, I think I got him going. I hope it works. We're going to find out pretty soon here, I guess. He's at least going to be able to deliver. I just don't know if he'll do the loop the proper way or not, but guess we'll find out. We'll see if money starts coming in here in a little bit. So let's go ahead and continue our straw pickup here, and then we're gonna have to do some drilling in this on this plot of land here on this field. If it works, it's gonna be great. I mean, we're gonna make money, and he'll just continue to do a rotation of giving us 1,500 bucks, give or take a few. And it'll save us a bunch of time. Now, I wish we had another tractor, and there is that tractor out there, and it's really teasing me. It really wants me to buy it, I'm telling you. But the problem is if we do buy it, I think we're going to either not succeed in getting one of the other fields over here, or we're going to come really close to not succeeding, even if we do, where we may just have to buy it and harvest it and call it, which I guess isn't really a bad thing. We have so many things we have to accomplish now. We got to roll, we got to drill, we've got to spray manure, we have to spray the fields with herbicide, excuse me. There's a lot of things to do, and for 2 tractors, so having a third would be ideal. So we'll keep running this here until we see money go up. If we see money go up, then we know he did it right, and if the worker comes back here miraculously somehow and loads, we know he's doing it right then as well. So far he's doing okay. He's almost there, so we can start taking this back. This doesn't need to be out in the field anymore. I mean, we could start harvesting that field today, I guess, but I mean, I'm going to try to keep it separate on purpose, so we have something to do in the next episode. And then after that, we're going to have to jump a few months again, I think, because both of these fields are, you know, not even drilled yet. They're not even planted yet, so they're not going to be ready anytime soon either. We're probably going to have to take over doing some stuff on them, though. Fertilizer and, you know, things like that, but we'll see. It may be a few episodes even before we buy one, because we're doing manure now, really, and I think you want to put that down before the crop even germinates, right? So we'll have to see. We'll have to have a think and make our decision. All right, he's getting ready to sell it, so let's see if it actually works here. Money's going up. Let's see if he can turn around. I kind of thought that was going to happen. Kind of thought that was going to occur. Hopefully that it comes back and goes back on the job it's supposed to be. It looked like it was the same one that I had set up, so hopefully that that fixes it. We're going to start down here on the end here. So I won't put a time lapse in here. We've already had a pretty long time lapse. We'll just do a jump cut here, and we'll see if the worker makes it back here and starts loading up the straw like he's supposed to. We got another full load here. The worker should be showing up here any minute. Yep, there he is. Now, is he going to fill up? That's the question. Or is he going to get confused again? He stopped there, but he didn't fill up. But if I put him back on the loop here after I get it filled, maybe he'll do the same thing he just did, right? I had to chop down a tree right here because he kept wanting to go there. And where are you going? Where do you think you're going there, buddy? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, he's just gonna drive right through the fence. Okay. Alright, well, I guess it's working. I guess. Hopefully. Alright, let's get this done, gang. He made it again. He's going to get stuck again. We're going to have to fix it, but he made it again. We're almost done with picking up the straw as well, off the ground. And confused? Yes. Alright, he should be fine now. So let's clean up this last little strip here. That's all that's left. And then we can start working on this field and getting it prepped to drill. Which means putting down some manure. And the more I think about it, gang, I think we are going to buy that case. I know that sounds crazy, but I think we're going to buy it. If you think about it, we got 13,000 out of the strawberries. We're going to get probably 10 to 13,000 out of all this straw when it's done. Obviously, it's going to take a couple of trips, but... because we have 66,000 liters of straw in there. Now, it's obviously being turned into manure as it goes, but it's a very slow process, so I'm not that concerned with it taking a small portion of it and putting it into manure. It's not a big deal to me. So put this away. We're going to go ahead and grab the water tank here and just fill up the water into the foil greenhouse, whatever we have left in here. I don't know how much is in here. Maybe it's none. But whatever's in here, we'll put it in there. Oh, there's plenty in there. Right, now it's none. But that should be enough to hold it off for quite a while. It still had like 9,000, 8,000 liters of water in there before we even dumped what we had into that, so not a big deal. Now the worker's almost here, so we gotta hurry up here. Can't be getting in the worker's way. And this is the problem here, right? I can't see anything about this. Now, if I drilled first, then yeah, I probably could. Maybe I should drill first, actually. I think we're going to. That's just going to be easier to see where I've been versus not. So what are we going to put in here? Well, let's take a look at the prices here of everything in about 4 to 6 months. It is May, so that's June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So kind of the same thing we already had in there. Looks like it's pretty good. Sorghum will be really good the following month after that. The sorghum will be ready in 4-ish months, 5 months. Let's do canola. Let's do canola. Yeah, soybeans. I thought soybeans were in the middle of the summer. Alright, the worker's there. I need to get the worker loading straw real quick and then put him back on the job. It's not the most ideal situation here doing this, but having to just reset the job every time, but that's okay. I'm probably doing something wrong, but it's not that bad to go in there and click that every once in a while. It really doesn't bother me. I'm not blocked by an object anymore. Shut up. So once we get this going here, once we get around the headland here, we'll put it on a worker, and then I think we're going to purchase that that case, like I said. It does mean we're going to spend a little bit of money, and it does mean that there's a potential we may not get both fields, but we need to speed up the process of how we're doing all of these fields. And another tractor is really going to help, because as you can see right now, we have one that's just running on a loop. Well, mostly a loop, I guess. So we only have one tractor right now to work this field, so it's going to take a while. But the farm has really come together, though. It really has. It's really come together. That's just on the first stages. It shouldn't have an issue if I drive in it. Yep. I thought about just selling this, you know, to get it, right? We get a little bit of money back if we do it, because I think this is worth, like I said, $10,000-ish dollars. Well, a little more than that, I guess. After we fix it up, it'll probably be worth 13-ish. I mean, it still keeps us back at the same dilemma that we have, right? Especially if we want to run straw like that, which won't happen all the time. I understand that, but I mean, eventually, when we're finishing the series out, we're going to have to run the manure too, whatever's left in the manure. So we could rent a bigger trailer though for that, but I don't know. You get my dilemma and what I'm trying to get at, I hope. All right, so we'll go down this little slanted strip here, and then we'll put it on a worker when it gets to the straight point. The worker just seems to have issues with this foil greenhouse anyway, so we may as well go ahead and just take care of it. There we go. Another 1,571 incoming. He is not going to be able to make it back, so we're going to have to fix that. Which we will do as soon as we set this up here. Perfect. Okay. So let's buy this thing, right? 145 horsepower. Put some Michelins on there. I don't think we really need any of this right now. I don't need a front loader. Let's go with it. 145. It's a nice tractor. 51,996. We won't be able to buy that plot of land anymore, but we will as soon as we sell the soybeans, right? And the soybeans are going to be worth a ton of money. A ton of money. That's going to make us a bunch. We bought it. We now have 116,000. Probably by the time we're done with everything here, it'll be 113,000. So we got a lot of workers doing jobs for us. But yeah, it's a nice tractor, man. This is good. We got 3 now. This is going to help us a lot, considering we have so many jobs to do on the farm now. It's got a nice little sunroof. Look at that. I don't know if I would like that, though, if I was a tractor driver. Because what if the sun is right there? I mean, that's beaming you right in your eyeballs. I don't know. Keep hitting the wrong buttons here, gang. All over the place. We're just going to cut through this field. This is probably going to be the one we buy, more than likely. It's a little bit smaller, but it has room to expand down there if we get or rent a cultivator or a drill or some sort that allows us to create fields. This thing's going to be great, though. Like, we probably should put this on... carrying the straw back and forth, but that's okay. Let's fill this up. Yeah, you really still can't tell, I guess, where you've been. I mean, you kind of can, I guess, but... I guess more so now that I've got to a point where I didn't already hit it. And so I guess that makes sense because I already hit it before. We're gonna catch up pretty quickly with this, but that's all right. We'll run it until we do, and then we can pull out the sprayer like we were doing on that field before, where we kind of try to tag team the jobs back to back as best we can. And we'll probably finish it off with rolling the whole field and letting the worker finish doing the rolling. Just like the last time, because you guys know I hate rolling. So. Oop, turn it off. Turn it off, Z. Turn it off. I can't even turn this thing. Look at him just sliding all over the place. That's going well. The worker's back. Let's get him set up here. He should be going now as soon as the there he goes. Good deal. So we'll get this done, gang, and then when we're all done with all of this, we'll be back with you guys and see what's left to do. Alright, gang, we are nearly done here. Went pretty quick. We still have to do the rolling. Other than that, everything's pretty much done. There's one more pass there for the sprayer, but he should finish that, no problem. One more trip for the loop, well, loosely looping straw selling. There is a little bit more straw in there. We're just going to leave that in there. It can be turned into manure. Not really worried about that. We'll get more straw later on, but we probably ended up gaining about, I don't know, $10 to $15,000 in sales from the straw. So, well, I shouldn't say 15, probably about 10, 8 to 10,000 really. That's a more realistic number. But still, I mean, that's pretty good for stuff that's just going to sit on the ground and, you know, free money. Tank is empty, huh? Uh-oh, well, we're going to have to go buy some more of that then. That's not exactly what we wanted to see. Yep, needs weeds. Alright, so we'll have to go buy some more herbicide here. We'll throw that on a worker. He can get that done. Let's go get some herbicide. Come back, we'll finish that off. And we'll call it an episode. Alright, we're back here, gang. The worker completed it. Got a little bit of money out of that. That hay. A couple of those strips paid for our IBC of herbicide. About half of that IBC is in, well, not about, exactly half of that is in our current sprayer, so we still have 1,000 liters at the shop to pick up. We also have a couple bags of seed and fertilizer there to pick up as well. But once we go finish this pass here, gang, this field will be all done and ready to go. It should be a pretty high yielding field for us. And then the next episode we will harvest that field, and that field should give us enough money to be able to buy one of those two plots over there, depending on what they plant in there, what the current owner plants in there. Maybe beneficial for us to wait and buy it until it's almost ready to harvest, but we'll kind of play it by ear. At least doing that specific thing. Worker is doing the rolling right now. Doing pretty well. He obviously is stopping when he gets up here because of that foil greenhouse, so we will have to touch that up ourselves a little bit, but it's not too bad. Go ahead and back this up here. If I can back it up properly. You just know I'm not the best at backing things into their place. We'll go ahead and put this one away here. We'll find our worker bringing the trailer back. We'll go ahead and stop him and just take over. We'll take over for the worker here. Clean this top portion up here real quick. You can let the worker do the rest of the thing after that. But we're edging ever so closely here, gang, to completing our objective in this series, so not too much longer left, honestly. Another 5 to 10 episodes at max, and we're done. So we'll put it back on the worker here, gang, and we're going to leave that episode there. We'll have the worker finish this off camera, just as we did in the last episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. It helps me a ton. And until the next one, I'll see you all in the next episode.